How you use this data. It is meant for downloading videos, and of course, in rural areas where you might not have the network connectivity, it also enables offline peer-to-peer sharing of the video that you might have downloaded. So it changes how you consume this video data and how you share it with your peers. And this, of course, is on Redmi Go. And all of these apps have been optimized in terms of the system size. Most of these essential apps, when you compare with traditional Android apps that you see, are 50% or in some cases even smaller than that. Now this obviously lends itself to getting you a lot more space inside your device and frees it up for you to have more apps or other data that you want. And not just the Google Essential apps, but a lot of other developers have also worked on optimizing their apps. So you've got the regular social apps. You've got Facebook, you've got TikTok, you've got Twitter, Messenger coming in. Other essential apps like, for example, the cab apps, we've got Uber and Ola, both have a lighter version made for Android Go devices. And you've got a Mint browser, which is a much lighter browser that you will again see in the Redmi Go. Overall, all of these apps are giving you that access to these functionalities without really stressing the system too much. And the net result being it's a lot smoother. Going back into the hardware part, the Redmi Go comes with a dedicated expandable storage slot as well. And this, of course, is extremely important for a device like this. You can go up to 128 GB, so you get a lot of space outside, which effectively means that on this device you could, if you have a 128 GB card, for example, you can have almost about 42,000 photographs stored externally. But of course, it's a whole lot of other apps that also can be moved. For example, some of the apps you can directly install in the external storage so that your internal storage stays clean. YouTube Go, for example, lets you store those videos directly on the external storage, again, leaving your internal storage free for any other usage. Another optimization is the support for 20 plus regional languages in India. Because we are trying to go deeper into the country, getting more and more people to move from feature phone to smart, it becomes extremely important to have these regional languages, not just for you to type on or consume that data, but even when you search. So Google Assistant on the Redmi Go supports even Hindi. Of course, we've known it's been in English, so you can talk to it in Hindi or even English. Right? So you can mix in words and it responds. For example, if you want only in Hindi, you can always ask, "Aaj Delhi mein mausam kaisa hai?" and it'll give you the response in Hindi again. You can even change it to "Aaj Delhi mein weather kaisa hai?" and it automatically recognizes what you're trying to say and responds automatically. We've known that voice is the most natural way of communication for us. Even compared to when it comes to typing, of course. With Google Assistant coming in local languages like Hindi, this again opens up a whole new segment where consumers who are not very comfortable typing can still search and get things done. So that's the first part. You see a really good performance and all these things that have been optimized for a completely new segment. But this segment cares about entertainment. They really consume entertainment quite a bit when given that option. When they move from feature phone to smartphone, that's the first thing that they're looking forward to. And why is that? Primarily because in the last 2 to 3 years, the data affordability in the country has changed significantly. In fact, today, India has the lowest cost for mobile internet data anywhere in the world. And this, of course, opens up a whole new segment and what you can do with it. The data consumption obviously is going up, and most of this data, unsurprisingly, is going in for video consumption. Almost 70 to 80% of it is on video. Of course, some of you who might be on YouTube would already be seeing those stats, but just putting it here again. So you've got cost-effective data coming in, and all of this data moving into video services. So when we were looking at the Redmi Go, we had to get the display bang on. We had to get the display right to give that overall experience to the Redmi Go consumers. So on the Redmi Go, we have used a 5-inch high-definition display. It's bright, it's vibrant, and of course, the most important part, it's absolutely clear. Along with this, what you get, of course, is video playback when you can. You've got HD video playing, and overall it enhances the overall experience of the primary usage that we saw. 70% of the people using it for data consumption and video consumption, and this you get HD display. I'll not let Ranveer distract you more. Moving on. But when we're looking at display, we've also got some more nifty features. So on the Redmi Go, you've got night light. Now, at night, when, just before sleeping, if you're still reading something on your phone, you can actually switch this on or have it switch on automatically on a schedule, but it cuts out the blue light, hence makes it easier to read, less strain on your eyes, and some studies have shown that it helps you sleep better. Taking it to the next level, Redmi Go also supports ambient display. Now with ambient display, you get to see your key alerts on the display without really waking up the phone. And from there, you can choose how to react to this. So you can choose whether that notification is important enough for you to unlock the device and start seeing it, or you can choose to ignore it right then and there and move on. So it helps you overall use the device a lot better. And all of this is combined with an excellent 3000 mAh battery. Now this has enough power to give you 10 days on standby, or almost 30 hours of voice calling, to almost 30 hours of music playback. So this is probably the largest battery in the segment that you get with a device of this performance. Along with the battery, another thing that we are again redefining is the cameras. The Redmi Go comes with an 8 megapixel rear camera, and this camera or the camera software has a lot of features, something that again you do not expect from this segment. For example, before taking a picture, you have 7 real-time filters. So you actually can, deep dive into your artistic side before you even take a picture here. And you have different effects coming in. Not just that, but you also have 11 manual scenes that you can select. So again, photography, imagine photography for a person who's getting into the smartphone photography for the first time. He's got this beautiful 5-inch HD display, and then he gets a camera to match that, giving them that really good experience overall. So you've got 11 scenes that you can choose from, and of course, let's look at what the results would be. A picture like this. Now this was taken by the Redmi Go. Again, you do not expect pictures like this from a device below $100, but the color reproduction or the details are bang on. Here's another one that was taken by our team. This is next to the Kabini River. Again, what you can see is the clarity, the details, and the colors have all been kept well intact. Of course, Vataj, nothing to say about this. It always looks good. And some more images. Now all these camera images have been shot on the Redmi Go, and mostly by our team. Like for example, this one is pretty close to our office. But what we wanted to highlight is what this camera is capable of doing. Now imagine you are a first-time smartphone user and you start seeing results like that. Chances are you are not going to go back to a feature phone. You will be extremely happy with what you get. Now once you've taken these photographs, and of course we expect most of these people to take a lot of photographs with this incredible camera, you also get unlimited storage on Google Photos. It is an Android Go device and it gets activated. So when you start Google Photos, you get this option whether you want to back up, and in high quality image resolution, you have unlimited storage. So essentially you don't really have to worry about losing your photographs or your internal storage, as this is getting all backed up. Another segment first is that the Redmi Go supports full high definition recording. So 1080p recording on the Redmi Go camera again gives you incredible results. And not just the back camera, but we've also focused on the front camera. Now this is a 5 megapixel camera and it comes with AI Beautify. You've seen that Xiaomi algorithm coming in where it detects the skin tones, enhances the overall image, making whoever's taking the selfie look better, hopefully. But one more thing about the front camera that's very interesting is we are also adding auto HDR. So you see Pallav here, and as he changes from a dark background to a brightly lit, the HDR kicks in. You can see that on top, keeping the entire details intact. Again, something that is new for the segment. And of course, if it can capture HD video, it can support HD video calling as well. So you get HD video calling on the Redmi Go, along with all the other great things. So that's on the entertainment plus what all it offers. The last part, and this is something that is extremely important, it is one of the core pillars of Xiaomi, is quality. And on a quality side, Redmi Go goes through a whole lot of tests. For example, the SIM card tray is ejected and reinserted almost 2,000 times. Or the headphone jack is tested for 5,000 times. Or, for example, our country is so diverse that we check for temperatures from minus 10 to 55 degrees to ensure that whichever part of India you are in, the phone will work perfectly. In fact, these tests are not very different from what we do for our flagship devices. We are not compromising on quality in any manner. Our quality continues to be the core focus. Even Manu mentioned, all our facilities have a really micro-level focus on how we measure quality. And with Redmi Go, this is not an exception. We continue to uphold our standards. So along with this quality, of course, you get the durable build. Now, the Redmi Go has a brushed metallic finish, and it comes in two incredible colors. So you've got the blue, and I really love this one. You have to see it in person. And of course, the classic black, that is somehow the favorite for most people. But when we talk about quality, there's one part of quality that people miss out on, and that is call quality. Now, Redmi Go again becomes one of the first in its segment to actually have a dual mic noise reduction system. So you've got two mics, one that captures the user voice, and the second one that looks at the environmental noises and cancels that out so that your voice is crystal clear on the other side when you're talking. This, of course, is extremely important for this segment again, and the Redmi Go becomes the first phone in its class to have dual mic support there. Another one that we've been focusing on is the overall surface temperature. So Redmi Go comes with dual pyrolytic graphite sheets. It reduces the overall surface temperature by about 2 degrees centigrade. Important because we know summers are just coming, and for that, this really helps. Talking about summers, one more thing that we will expect is constant outages and voltage fluctuations in a large part of the country. And for that, again, something that's India specific that we've built grounds up for India is the power adapter. Now, the power adapter that comes with Redmi Go can handle spikes up to 380 volts. In most cases, we do see spikes. In most cases, in competition devices, either the power adapter will give up, or worst case scenario, your phone will too. But on the Redmi Go, we have adapter with inbuilt surge protection, again enhancing the overall quality and the usability of this device to last longer. So to sum it up, you get a smooth experience. You get Qualcomm's Snapdragon 425. You get the Android Go edition. You get 20 plus languages. You get Google Assistant, which you can talk to in Hindi as well as English. And of course, moving on to the entertainment part of it, you get a high definition display, a 5-inch high definition display. You get 3000 mAh full day battery. You get 8 megapixel camera at the back, 5 in the front, capable of full HD recording, as well as you saw all those lovely filters coming in. With Google Photos, you get unlimited photo backup. And this is a dual SIM, so it takes in two nano SIMs, plus has a separate dedicated micro SD card slot for expanding that storage. And of course, with Android Go, you saw you can move certain apps to the external storage if you need to. And then, from a quality perspective, when these people are moving on to the first smartphone, our objective is that they should not be disappointed in terms of quality as well. So you get incredible build quality, you get surge protection in the charger, you get dual pyrolytic graphite sheets, as well as clearer call quality with a dual mic noise reduction system. So that's the Redmi Go. Moving on to the price of it. And before I go into the price, I wanted to compare it with two other devices that do have Android Go on them. So you've got the Samsung J2 Core and the Nokia One at about 6,000 and 5,000 each. None of them actually offer a HD display. Right? So they are all non-HD displays. Not only does the Redmi Go have a HD display, it has the Qualcomm Snapdragon 425, which is an extremely powerful tested processor. The Redmi Go also has a dedicated SD card slot, and again, first in class dual mic noise reduction system, which the others do not offer. It has the best cameras amongst all the Go devices, both in the front and the back, and of course a much larger battery, which again we know is extremely important for the consumers. Like I said, these devices are 6,000 and 5,000 each. You will be able to get the Redmi Go starting at... So the Redmi Go जो देता है आपको आपकी नई दुनिया will start at 4,499 rupees, and this is for the 1 GB plus 8 GB version. The first sale of this device is on 22nd March, that is this Friday at 12 noon. It will be available on me.com, Mi Homes, as well as Flipkart. So you can go there on 22nd March at noon to get आपका अपना smartphone. And along with this, what you also get is an offer from Reliance Jio. So you get up to 2,200 rupees as cashback and 100 GB of data additionally free. So, Redmi Go, aapki nayi duniya, 4,499. You get a 5-inch HD display, 720p high resolution display. You get the incredible Qualcomm Snapdragon 425, 8 megapixels camera at the back and 5 in the front, 3000 mAh full day battery, and of course the Android Go edition of Oreo. So that's on the Redmi Go. So we've had 3 key announcements today, and I would like to call upon Manu and Murli back on stage for a quick photo op.